May I request President Mr. Vikas Singh and Mr. Pradeep Kumar Rai, Vice President, to kindly escort Honorable Mr. Justice UU Lalit, Chief Justice of India, Honorable Dr. Justice DY Chanchud, Chief Justice of India Designate, and Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learning Attorney General for India, to the dais. This itself is a sight. May I request Ms. Sangeeta Singh, Member Executive, to kindly present a bouquet to Honorable Mr. Justice UU Lalit, Chief Justice of India. May I request Mr. Mukesh Kumar Singh, Member Executive, to kindly present a bouquet to Honorable Dr. Justice DY Chanchud, Chief Justice of India Designate. May I request Mr. Vikas Gupta, Member Executive, to kindly present a bouquet to Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learning Attorney General for India. May I request Ms. Sonia Mathu, Senior Advocate and Senior Member Executive, to kindly present a bouquet to Amita Ma'am, Mrs. UU Lalit. Honorable Mr. Justice UU Lalit, Chief Justice of India, Honorable Dr. Justice DY Chanchud, Chief Justice of India Designate, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court, Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learning Attorney General for India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, Learned Solicitor General of India, Amita Ma'am is UU Lalit, Shreyas, son of Justice Lalit, and daughter-in-law Ravina, Shri Vikas Singh, President SCBA, Shri Pradeep Kumar Rai, Vice President SCBA, Mr. Manoj Mishra, President SCORA, Mr. Snehashish Mukherjee, Vice President SCORA, Mr. Devrat, Honorary Secretary SCORA, Senior Advocates, former President Mr. P.H. Parekh, Mr. Rakesh Khanna, former Secretaries Mr. Vikrant Yadav, Mr. K.C. Kaushik, Senior Advocates, and my fellow colleagues at the bar, a very good evening to you all. Today we have gathered here to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice UU Lalit. It is an emotional moment for the whole bar, as Sir was practicing in this court before his elevation as a Supreme Court judge. How much the bar loves him can be seen with the way people have turned up here. There's no place to stand, and what I am told, people are still coming. He was the second lawyer who was elevated directly as a Supreme Court judge from Supreme Court Bar Association to become CJI after Justice S.M. Sikri in 1971, that is after more than 50 years. He has been part of this institution for more than 40 years, around 32 years as a lawyer, and 8 years as a Supreme Court judge. He has been an advocate on record in this court, thereafter an arguing counsel, and then a designated senior advocate who was designated by the Supreme Court in 2004 and was one of the top senior counsels of this court. He was appointed as a Supreme Court judge on 13th of August 2014 and appointed as Chief Justice of India on 27th of August 2022. Sir was one of the most sought-after senior counsels, especially in criminal matters when he was in practice. And after joining the bench, now retiring as Chief Justice of India, so both in bar and bench, he reached the top. He has always been a very principled person and a very patient person. At least I never saw in my around 20 years in the bar 70 mentioning in chief court at 10:30 in the morning, and Honorable CJI hearing everyone patiently with a smile and directing listing of matters where there was urgency immediately. In his tenure of around 8 years as a Supreme Court judge, he gave many landmark judgments. He was part of the Constitution bench in Shaira Banu vs. Union of India, reported in 2017, 9 SCC 1, related to triple talaq, which held that the practice was unconstitutional. In Dr. Subhash Kashinath Mahajan vs. State of Maharashtra, reported in 2018, 6 SCC 454, directions were issued for procedural safeguards to prevent misuse of SC ST Act 1989. In Attorney General vs. Satish, reported in 2022, 5 SCC 545, Section 7 of POSCO Act was interpreted and the judgment of Bombay High Court was set aside. In Marathanda Verma vs. State of Kerala, reported in 2022, 1 SCC 225, rights of erstwhile royal family of Travancore were upheld to manage the Sri Padmanabha Swami Temple in Kerala and many other landmark cases. In his tenure as Chief Justice of India, we found on the administrative side also, sir was very decisive. Lawyers were facing problem of listing of fresh matters, and filing of fresh matters became systematic after a long time in his tenure, and all categories of matters were being listed within 7 to 10 days of their registration, as was being assured to us. Regular matters were being taken up after a long time, probably after 2-3 years, which had not come up for hearing for some time. Many constitution benches were set up, and there was a time there were 3 constitution benches running simultaneously. And the result is that once the law is laid down by constitution bench, a lot of matters pending in Supreme Court and High Court are disposed of. Possession letters were given to around 460 lawyers in the D block additional building complex. We had requested, sir, that the possession letters be given to lawyers at the earliest, and he had assured us that he would sign it on the first day of Navratra, and the file was signed by him on the first day of Navratra. Entry issues were sorted out in the additional building complex, for which lawyers were facing problems. The issue of change of category for chamber allotment from non-AR to AR, or from non-AR or AR to senior, who were totally ousted from the list for chamber allotment, was also sorted out regarding the 2001 and 4 panel list after interpreting Gopalja judgment. With this, may I now request Mr. Pradeep Kumar Rai, Senior Advocate and Vice President SCBA, to kindly give his welcome address.
Honorable Justice UU Lalit, the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Justice D.Y. Chanchud, CJI Designate, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court of India, Mr. R. Venkat Ramani, Attorney General for India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, Solicitor General of India, Rahul Kaushik, Secretary, SCBA, Mr. Vikas Singh, President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Rohit Pandey, Yugandhra Jha, Deepak Kansal, Manoj Mishra ji, President ISKORA, Honorable P.H. Parekh ji, 6-time President of the Bar and 10 times President of ISKORA, Amita ma'am, Shreyas, and other family members of Honorable Justice Lalit. Yesterday, Honorable Justice Lalit told me that you should not drop any atom bomb. So obviously, he is our elder brother. He has been a person whom we have seen from the day we joined this bar, and he has been one of the most successful lawyers. We have been motivated from his actions, from his career, and the similar opportunity is not going to come to us. This is the first opportunity when he becomes CJI, and similar opportunity will come when Honorable Justice P.S. Narasimha will become the Chief Justice of India. We are really, sometimes I have the mixed reactions. Honorable Justice Lalit, he had served this bar, he had been a senior counsel, he became judge, but in any part of our imagination, we never thought that he is not going to be seen in this courtroom. Though we all aware that at 65 he may demit office, but that was not in our imagination. This is giving us mixed reactions. Sir, wherever you will go, you will sign. Wherever you choose to an area that where you have to perform, you will be outstanding. This is the third generation, fourth generation of your family present here, and third generation you are. I remember, and last occasion also I had narrated that when you had constructed your sector 44 house, we had visited, and you had waited for Mr. P.H. Parikh, that let Mr. Parikh come and sit on that chair, and thereafter I will sit. That is the respect, that is the sanskar which has been shown towards the Guru and towards the senior persons. That is the path, sir, you all have shown to us, and we all are also following in that direction. Your career was full of achievements. Sir, this auditorium itself, where we are conducting this function, that was not possible if you, Honorable Justice Gawai, Honorable Justice Khanna, Honorable Justice Maheshwari, and many other, Honorable Justice Chandrachud himself, we all were here, and you decided that this chamber should be made available for the members of the bar, this auditorium. And since then, we are conducting functions here. It's actually giving us a lot of relief. We are saving money. And not only this, the functions are also being carried out with full dignity. Sir, when I was coming here, many of our members, they questioned that what is your stand on Honorable Law Minister's statement on collegium. Though I did not intend to say, but you all have mentioned. So I will say that collegium system is working absolutely nicely. Honorable Law Minister is a very good friend of mine. I have known him for over 2 decades. And he is a political person, so politicians make statements. Honorable judges do not have medium to say something or make a statement. This bar cannot be silent on those issues. If he has any suggestion where the collegium system or this Honorable Supreme Court of India work completely without any influence of any government or intervention, that will be appreciated. We welcome his suggestions. Sir, ultimately, I will say that you are such a person, आंखों में मंजिल थी, गिरे और संभलते रहे, आंधियों में क्या दम था, चिराग हवा में भी जलते रहे. Sir, you have given an exemplary contribution to the system. When Honorable Justice Kaul has signed the papers of 250 mediators, and he allowed, Honorable Justice Narasimha was also member in that committee. So we had a special privilege over him that if there is interest of bar, they will never shy and they will always help us. That is the record. And you as a NALSA chairman, you have traveled almost all of the states. That is not a small contribution. I will say, sir, that your contributions will never be forgotten. And I feel that you are not going to retire. You will be part of us. You have been part of us, and you will remain part of us. Thank you so much. I welcome each and everyone.
Thank you, Pradeep, sir. Everyone in this auditorium, I guess, either would have briefed him or would have appeared him or would have opposed him in matters. May I now request Mr. R. Venkatramani, Learning Attorney General for India, to the dais to deliver his address.
It is said that we never properly plan for the future. This auditorium has not been planned to keep in mind that one day we will have a judge who will, without departing, depart from us to have this huge gathering here. What a wonderful gathering. I wish we have plans for the future and make this auditorium a little more bigger to show our love and affection to all those judges who come and grace this court and add value to this court and be part of the family of administration of justice. In the afternoon, while I took few minutes in Chief Justice Lalit's court, being part of the congregation of people who wanted to share their love and affection, I promised to Chief Justice Lalit I will write a small piece of poetry, and I wrote this. Let me read it. When rare souls of sublime make walk with grace and beatitude, every life around in applause bend. When minds drawn to care for all walk with silent blossoms of fragrance full, every hand in wishes wave. When special ways of justice talk,